Welcome to Create the Best Me. I am Carmen Hecox, a personal development coach, and I am so excited to be connecting with you today. Whether you're listening to the podcast or joining us on YouTube, my goal is to help women navigate through midlife challenges with compassion, inspiration, and empowering conversation. Each week, we'll dive into thought-provoking topics designed to build self-confidence, overcome invisible woman syndrome, and find the courage to create the best version of yourself. I'll also be joined by expert guests who will share the wisdom and insights. So make yourself comfortable and let's embark on this journey together. Well, hello there, fearless midlife trailblazers. Welcome to Create the Best Me. If you are new here, I'm so glad you made it here. If you're a returning listener, welcome back to the one and only place where we encourage and empower women to pursue their dreams and live life to the fullest. I'm Carmen Hecox, your host and personal development coach. Today's guest is Amanda Henson, founder and CEO of La Plantureuse. When Amanda became a young lady, she began struggling with her body image. Amanda is a large-busted woman and found it difficult to find bras that fit properly, resulting in back and shoulder pain. Filled with frustration, Amanda decided to take matters into her own hands and design her own bras. And that's when La Plantureuse was born. La Plantureuse is dedicated to designing comfortable bras for full-busted women. They also teach women how to measure themselves so that they're always guaranteed to wear the best possible fitting bra. I'll give you a little heads up. Amanda is a mom of 3 beautiful children who during this recording needed their mommy more than ever. So please be kind if you happen to see a cute little face pop in or hear beautiful children's sounds in the background. Let's jump into the interview now. Hello, Amanda Henson, and welcome to Create the Best Me. I am so happy to have you on the show. For the people that do not know you, could you please tell us a little bit about yourself and your product?
Yes, I am the founder of La Plantureuse, which started out of necessity for myself, for full bust ladies out there who just needed a intimate that was going to fit them properly and give them comfort and confidence all day long.
So you designed bras for larger busted women, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Amanda, can you please share with the audience? I know you mentioned that you had a struggle. So can you tell us a little bit about when your struggle began and how it affected you?
Yes, I was about 12 years old. I was wearing size D, double D, and it just kept progressing from there. I had breast cancer scares throughout the process and just everything going on until my adulthood. It was a big challenge because they did not make bras to fit me properly. They were very bland for a young woman and everything growing up. I wanted to have something that was pretty and made me feel great about myself. And honestly, when I put them on, it was unflattering. So I decided after my husband and I talked, he told me, why don't you just make your own? Because I kept complaining about it for years, especially after having my children. So I decided, why not? So 3 years ago, we ended up making La Plantureuse and building a brand and a product out of it.
So tell me, did you ever struggle finding your size and the cut that provided you the support that you needed?
That's a really good one because a lot of people don't realize that whenever you wear something like wired or wireless, or you wear different shapes like plains and t-shirt bras, they're all cut differently. So for me, it was very hard to come by as far as my size because every company and brand is different whenever it comes to the cut and the actual fit of them. So I actually went to like Victoria's Secret, to department stores like Dillard's, Macy's, things like that. And I tried different ones and failed each time. It wasn't until after having my breast cancer scare that I went to wireless. And then with the wireless, the support ended up just disappearing. There was none. It was just all comfort, but no support.
So tell me, because I know that you and I had talked about this during our planning process. Believe it or not, there are a lot of women out there that really don't have any knowledge about the way a bra should fit, or like on your website, you have Bra 101 because you've done your extended research. Can you provide the listeners and viewers an understanding of the mechanics of a bra? For example, what the band should do and what the shoulder bands do?
Yes, with it, a lot of people don't realize that the band is 80% of your support. So whenever we start going and we construct it to where the band is very thin, you are breaking that 80%. You're not giving it everything and being able to hold you well. So then we're shifting that weight to the straps, which are only 20% of the support. And then the other portions of everything is the construction and the material and all that helps the stretch. And whenever you have a larger bust, you don't want something that's going to be super stretchy. And then whenever you have padding, it's hard to mold padding to a fuller bust. So those are all the things that you have to take into account when you're actually constructing a bra, because you want it to conform to you, because you've got enough problems with your bust being large. You don't want to have to deal with the gaping or falling out. And those are things that we are addressing.
And I know that, like for myself, I'm not as big as some women are, but I know that an issue that I have is to where I almost feel like sometimes I'm being pulled forward. How does your bra address that issue? You almost feel like you're rounding your shoulders or the weight is pulling you forward.
When you actually put ours on, it is front closure. So what happens is you're putting it on like a vest. So when you do that and then you adjust your straps, you are pulling your shoulders forward and you're able to stand up because it gives you that lift and that support that you need. You know, where whenever you go around, a lot of times they want you to bend over and then hook it in the back. Well, a lot of people like myself can't actually do that. So whenever you do that, you're twisting it around, which is breaking the elastic. There's a lot of particles and everything that go into elastic. And every time we stretch it, it breaks a little bit of fiber every time. So those are the things that we're doing whenever we're constantly stretching it and not putting it on in just one direction. So this way it makes it easier for you to put on. It allows you to pull that. The straps are wider, so that way you have that support, which takes care of that 20%. And the back is actually larger, so it hugs you and gives you that 80% of that support.
So is your bra sort of designed like a sports bra, but you latch it in the front?
It does have a look like we've been compared to SheFit, and there's a couple other brands out there. But the thing about it is it does not compress you to where you're binded down. What it is, it allows you to fit into that cup and fit the way you're supposed to without smushing you or anything. So a lot of them, they'll have the adjustment where we just have adjusters like regular bras. And so whenever you put it on, you're not having to worry about, okay, well, let me make it where they don't bounce or anything, because that's not what it's about. It's comfort throughout the day. You can wear it with whatever, whenever. And the great thing about it is it has a auto lock zipper. So if you wanted to have a little bit of a plunge, you can. If you wanted to show a little bit more cleavage, you can. It gives that opportunity to do that.
Oh, so that's cool. So if you're wearing something a little bit lower cut, you don't have to worry about having to adjust your blouse, because most of us don't want our bra to show. Yours allows you to wear it at a lower cut, continue to receive the support that you're looking for, but at the same time, still be a little girly or feel comfortable having a little bit of cleavage show.
Yes, we designed it with the auto lock zipper because of me being a nursing mother. I wanted something that was going to be easy, one-handed, while I had baby in the other hand. And honestly, it's been the best bra that I've had so far. And I've had nursing bras with my oldest too. And honestly, nothing compared, because we address those issues like the back pain and the shoulder pain. And I don't have to go visit like a chiropractor or anything anymore because of that, because we address those issues and we made it more accessible. So when you're wearing this, you can wear it for during your pregnancy. You can wear it if You're not pregnant at all. You wear it for nursing. It's all of those things. You can wear it any stage of life that you're in. I've had women as old as 60 years old get it and said it was the best bra that they ever had.
I was going to ask about that. How does a woman's bust size change as they reach midlife, and how does your design cater to them?
With women who are like in menopause, what it does is it allows your breasts to grow because you're losing the milk ducts and everything. They ended up sagging some and you get kind of more of the under boob and everything. Well, with ours, whenever you put it on forward, it actually pulls all that under boob, everything forward, and allows you to sit into the cup. So a lot of these women, not only are they seeing a shift in their boob weight, their breast sizes are growing larger and everything, then they can fit comfortably, because I call it the skiing. Like when you ski, you don't want to feel that. So when you put ours on, you don't feel that. Where the other ones, when you put them on, they typically duck underneath your arms because that's all fat tissue that moves around. And like with my mom, that was one of the biggest issues she had, was they shifted. So then she would be putting herself in a push-up bra, which she would fall out of because it wasn't designed for her. So now she actually wears our bra 100% of the time and got rid of all her old bras just for ours.
I know you had mentioned as you're going through menopause, your breasts start to lose the milk ducts. And so your breasts do start to change as far as shape. And so what you're saying is that as your breasts are changing in shape, your bra continues to hold the breast tissue where it should be in front, as opposed to letting it seep out the sides and stuff or become uncomfortable and off the sides.
Yes, it keeps you from having what we call side boob. You don't want it to just shift, where a lot of these, if you put yourself into like a wired, or you put yourself in some of these, it tends to just kind of shift. And you don't want it to shift. You want it to come forward. And ours allows you to sit, in the front and everything and sit forward and not have to worry about that. It gives you more of a smoother look on your side, so you're not falling out. In turn, it helps smooth that, and it gives you that more polished look. It is a full coverage, so you don't have to worry about if you jump around, then it's not popping out the top, you're not popping out the side, the bottom. And a lot of those issues that arise whenever you're wearing certain bras that don't actually fit to your body.
So I know you briefly spoke about this. I don't know if you have a little bit more to add. How does the right bra impact a woman's health, especially in midlife?
With that, you actually feel a lot more confident because with your undergarment, they are the foundation to your outfit. That's one less thing that you want to worry about when you are getting ready to go out during the day, shopping, out with friends, or at night. You don't want to have to worry about that at all. So that's why comfort is so important. And then having that support and not having to worry about those issues, you have enough to worry about at that time. Like if you're in menopause or anything, that's a whole nother issue. And then not only that, it's breathable for those hot flashes. And we are continuing to fix the issues, changing out the linings, making them more breathable for those who are in menopause. Because we understand that just as pregnant women and all, and just a quick, you could start sweating. We understand that it is miserable. And that's one less thing that you want to worry about is when you take your bra, it is soaking wet or you feel just nasty, where this actually is antimicrobial, it's moisture wicking, it's all of those properties to help you stay cool.
And that's really important because I know that like for me, I am going through menopause. And so I do get hot flashes. And when I do wear a sports bra, that is a complaint that I have about those bras, is that they're hot. And I feel uncomfortable because going through a hot flash, and then I have this garment that just makes me feel like I'm overheating. So that's really good that you guys thought about that and are addressing that potential issue as well.
With being full bust and everything, again, it's a lot of weight. So with a lot of weight comes a lot of creases and those things. And that was one of the biggest issues that we didn't want people to have, is the sweating. One of the things that us women absolutely hate is the yeast infections that come underneath your breast as well. And those things are addressed with having the proper garment and the proper construction.
And what about comfort? Is your bra pretty comfortable?
Yes, we have had several people tell us that it's so comfortable they forgot to take it off, that they would just sleep in it.
Really? Wow, that's neat. Because I know that a lot of women out there, including myself, are anxious to just take a shower, take it off, and just rest. So that's really nice.
Yeah, this here is one that you're not ready to get home and rip it off, because every woman has that issue. When they're ready to get home, they want to take that off and that be the first thing that they take off. We have yet to hear anybody say that they were ready to rip it off. So it's very awesome to hear that these women are not only liking it, but they're loving it to the point that we've had several come back and get every color that we have.
Wow. And so right now you are only an online store. Is that correct?
Yes, right now we are only online through our website. We are 3 years old, so we're working on getting our name out there and getting to all those ladies who need our help, who need something and who cry out that they want something that is comfortable, that is supported, that makes them feel confident when they put it on. So we're reaching those ladies right now.
So when you say you're reaching those ladies, what is the smallest size that you carry?
So we have more of like a mix and match size. And what I mean by that is you can choose your band and then choose your bust, where we're kind of used to all of the sister sizes. This is not. This allows you, if you are a 32 and you need a bigger cup, something like a G, H, I, all the way to an M, you can choose that. We allowed you that ability to choose that because we understand that just because you have a full bust doesn't mean that your band size is going to be just a regular band size or larger. That sometimes you ladies are smaller in the band and need a bigger cup size. So we allow that so that way you don't have to go and search all over, try to find one. We make it very easy for you, not only to get that comfort and support, but to also get that size that you've been longing for.
And for some people, because like I said, there are a lot of women out there that don't even know what size they really are. They just kind of grab something and put it on. How would someone go about understanding what their true band size is and what their true cup size should be? Because you've done tons of research, so I consider you an expert.
We do offer a measuring kit. So if you go to our website, we offer a free measuring kit. So that way we can help you out. Not only that, we go above and beyond. If you need a virtual fitting, you get it with myself. We work to get your proper fit because so many women are uneducated on the measuring. We're trying to reach out to everyone and say, hey, let's get you measured. Even at that, at least you know, and you are confident when you go into the store, you know what to look for. You know how your breast and everything, the size and all, the shape, you know those things. So when you do that, we educate you on that. So that way, you know, and there's also companies out there who will do virtual fittings as well. So definitely we encourage seeking out those. Make sure you take advantage of that. And before ordering any bras from any company, that you measure. And that way, you know your size, you know your body, and you're not put in the incorrect size.
How does someone go about understanding what their cup size should be? I know that we've talked about it where there's some people that have what you call spillage. I think that was the term that you had used before.
We have a standardized measuring. It's a place to start is what a lot of us call it. And you want to measure your band under bust, and that allows you to get your band. Then you want to go across the fullest part of your breast and everything to get that size, and that's your bust size. So when you're finding your cup, you want to take that bust size and then that under bust size. So that full bust minus the under bust. And then ours starts like if you're a double D, it's like 5-inch different. So you want to get that different. And it tells you the volume. Now, it is not 100% because every woman is different. So if you get a size that doesn't fit, that's why we encourage that you have 30 days to try it on for free, take the tags off, try it, wear it, wash it, do all the things, test it out. And then if it does not work for you, we can exchange it. We can get you a different size. We can work to get that size that you need, because we understand it is a big challenge that women face on a day-to-day basis is measuring. And it's because each brand, each company is different.
And I know that you had talked about this before, that when you were doing your research and development for your bra, you went through a lot of different manufacturers or companies that were putting it together, putting your design together. Can you talk a little bit about what you were looking for as far as quality?
For the quality, I looked for the stitching. Will it hold up? Is it going to break if I wear it, if I'm active in it as a mom? On ours, we have the backside having the zipper. You don't want it to rub. So we wanted those things. Okay, is this going to be an irritation? Is it going to be hot? Am I going to be able to move or breathe in it? We wanted specific things. So we were vetting manufacturers very thoroughly, because at first it was not an easy start. We did have a lot of issues due to the pandemic happening. Everybody was making gowns. So when they looked at ours, they didn't want to do it. A lot of people didn't realize that ours didn't include wires. So then they kept telling us, hey, you have to have a certain machine to make a bra. And we're like, no, you can make this. There's no wire included. This is all on the material and the design as far as comfort and support. And so we had that issue. Then we had, when we put it on, it didn't fit right. We went back and forth through several samples trying to get it perfect. Not only that, it was the sizing. They thought we were absolutely insane. We got turned away by a lot of people just because of the sizing we wanted to alter.
Because you wanted to offer to women that had this big need to find comfort in their size.
Yeah, so it was very difficult being told no so many times. It did feel as if we weren't going to get anywhere. And then all kind of fell in place when we found the manufacturer we have now. And so if I have a problem, if I have an issue or anything, they make sure that they get it done for me right then and there. They don't wait. They get it done. If I don't see something, but they do, they go ahead and fix it. One is testing out that lining to make it more breathable. Those are the things, those are the innovation that we continue and we thrive for, is because we want to give them different. We don't want to give them the same thing, because they can go out and buy what's already out there. If they don't want any change, that's okay. But those women who are truly seeking change and truly seeking something that's going to fit them, we're where you come, because our focus is on the change. We want you to be confident, be comfortable, and be happy with what you do and what you get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think that what's unique about you is that you are the biggest critic. You're the one that had a need that wasn't being addressed. So you went out and built a product to fulfill your need. And so you know exactly what you were looking for. And so you can go back to the manufacturer and say, no, this is just like the big box store selling the product. I went out and I created my own product because I needed this. And so you maintain consistent at peeling away as this is what I need. This is what I need. And you can go back and say, you're not fixing what I need. So I think that's really good that you're the person who is in there taking it back to the manufacturer before you actually take it out to the general public and let women test it or try it.
We actually offer a tester program. So I can test it all day long, but we want it on real women out there who are struggling. And so we have adapted the tester program to where these women who are struggling, who really want to try something and everything, they come back and they give us their feedback. If they go like, this isn't working out, I'm this size, and we're scrambling to get that taken care of right away. Like, let's fix this before it goes out to production. So not only is it getting my point of view, but it's getting the point of view of other women out there who are struggling, not just here in the US. We've reached out to the UK. I've had testers in the UK, and it's the same thing. I'm finding that this isn't just a problem here in the state. It's all over the world. It's people from Philippines, Australia, Asia area. I've had people from Zimbabwe all tell me the exact same thing that I'm struggling with. And when I first started this, it was, okay, well, maybe I'm alone. I don't know. Let's see. And then I started talking to people and realized it was a lot bigger than me.
Yeah. So I know that you talked about you're not only helping women with a particular need, but you're also giving back to the community. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so one of the things that I wanted to do was not only to help full bust women who can actually afford a bra, but those who are in need. So I reached out to the bra recyclers, and La Plantureuse is an ambassador for them, the bra recyclers, which gives back to the community. So you go, and if you have gently used bras, right now they also offer, like, they call it an undie chest, which is new underwear as well. So not only is it bras, but it's underwear as well. And you donate them to this foundation. And this foundation reaches out to women who are in battered shelters, who are running away from domestic violence. All of these women out there who are struggling to get up on their feet. It's one less thing that they have to worry about. And it also unclutters our closet and makes us feel good when we can help other women.
Yeah. I know that when you're in a situation like the women that you've become an ambassador to help, buying lingerie or underwear, bras, is probably the last thing you think about, because you're probably thinking more about putting a roof over your child's head or being safe or being in a safe environment, feeding yourself. Those are probably things that you think about are more important than buying a bra. So it's so nice to know that you're an ambassador with an organization who is saying, we got you. We'll take care of that need so that you can focus on the other stuff.
Yeah, because ultimately, La Plantureuse is here to help women all around. It doesn't matter your status quo. It doesn't matter any of that. We want to make a difference, not only here in the United States, but in the world. And that's originally what this was set out for. Whenever we wanted to do it, it wasn't just to satisfy me. It was to make a big difference for everyone out there, because we are honestly stronger together, and we can make things happen when we stand together. And so that's why I make it a point to get up every day, being a mom of 3, and come and speak to you and your audience and everything, because I want everyone to know that there is an option out there. You don't have to settle.
Yeah. And you're giving women their confidence back, because that should be the last thing they're worried about. You're giving them comfort so they can feel confident. They shouldn't have to be worried about, I don't want to wear this blouse because it doesn't make me look right. You're providing a product out there that is going to allow women to wear anything confidently and feel good about themselves and worry about other things and not body image.
Self-love is something that I truly had to learn. I was very young. At the time I was developing as far as my breast, I also had hypothyroidism, and it caused an issue with my body. And it was one that when things didn't fit me right, if they didn't feel right, I did not want to go out. I looked in the mirror and cried many days because I was unhappy with what I seen in the mirror. And so with our products, we want them to have a personality so no one ever feels that way. We want that whenever you put on La Plantureuse, you know that you are going to feel amazing that day, that you're not going to have to worry about it, and that that's one less thing that is in your mind.
Mm-hmm. And so right now people can find you online, purchase your product online. They can schedule an online fitting, or is that what you called it? An online fitting with you to try to figure out their size?
They can schedule a virtual fitting.
Oh, virtual fitting.
That's what we call it.
And the colors that you have available right now?
I have pink, which is a very hot pink with a blue trim. We call it cotton candy. We have a purple with a black trim. It's almost kind of like plum, but we call it voodoo. And then we have a royal blue with a white trim. And again, we started out with like plain colors like black and nude and all. And they just were not as appealing at first as these were with these very bright colors, because we wanted to offer something that you can't go out and get there.
You have a design out and you have 3 colors available. What's in the future for La Plantureuse?
We are actually at the drawing board and working on a wired front closure. Again, like I said, we do not like, me personally, for sure, do not like hooking it in the back. So our goal is to keep all our bras front closure. So we are actually working on a wired. We're kind of in between a mesh or mesh and lace or lace, to give that sex appeal, give that sexy feeling that when they put this on, not only does it fit, it looks amazing. It's something that you would see out on a runway somewhere. You want them to have what they can't right now.
Mm-hmm. Because the sizes are hard to come by. And so you're giving people the size and yet the intimacy of being a girl. So that's what's coming in the future?
Yes, that is what is in the future. We are also looking at other things like sets, because that has been one of the concerns with the full bust is, okay, we can get this, but the bottoms are too big. Well, why not do it separate? Why not allow them that customized option of choosing? Because if I had that option, because I am bigger in the top, but I'm not as big at the bottom, so my bottoms are not going to be as big. So we're not a one size fits all. And that's really one of the biggest things, is allowing people to get exactly what they're looking for and not have that one size fits all or that generic sizing. I don't want to be put in the category of 2X, 3X just because of my top, because I'm not. And so that's why we want to allow that flexibility and give them that customization, so that way we can continue keeping that confidence up and continue that support, that comfort, and give them exactly what they want.
So, Amanda, tell me, what is the proper way to care for your bra?
Well, whenever you care for your bra, you want to hand wash it. If you put it in the washing machine or the dryer, or you use like fabric softeners and stuff, those things break down the material that is used to construct your bra. So hand washing is the best. If you read the labels, they will tell you mild detergent. They will tell you to hand wash, lay flat to dry. And that is because you want to make sure that your garment lasts. The longevity of it gets you more wears. And so you don't want to break down the material that is used to construct it, because that's why we have fraying of the straps, fraying of elastic bands. Closures don't want to work, or they get gummed up. You have fading. Those are all things that are associated with washing it in the washing machine and in the dryer, and breaking it down, breaking that material down to where it doesn't fit properly.
What about storing it? Is there a particular way that you should be storing your bra and to get more life out of it?
There are several different ways. Some ladies actually, to keep from stretching out the straps, they will turn it upside down and hang it from its band instead of hanging it from the strap. Because again, gravity is going to pull. So it's going to pull those straps down and you're going to stretch it out. And you don't want to do that. So if you do hang it, you want to at least flip it over, hang it from its band. So that way you're not, allowing those straps to be stretched out. You're allowing them to kind of come back together and everything, allow the elastic to go back to its normal shape. But the best way to store it is to actually lay it flat, lay it in a drawer, have it to where it is at a normal resting place.
So like a lot of times when you go into department stores, like lingerie department stores, like Victoria's Secret, you often will see where they have them laying with the cups upward and they're kind of stacked. Is that kind of like the proper way to care for your bra?
Yes. Whenever you do lay them, you don't want to, if they have wire, you do not want to fold them in and out, because what you're doing is between wire and the padding especially, it will ripple after so long. So you don't want it to do that. You want it to be in its normal set. So if it's outward, it needs to stay out. You don't want to flip it in. You don't want to store it like that because, again, it's all about the longevity. And then also when you refold it, you're causing the wires to push through the material. So you don't want to do that either. You want to get the most wears out of your undergarment.
How long should a bra typically last?
If it is made with high quality materials and everything, they typically last anywhere between 6 months to a year. But the way to get that longevity out of them is not to wear them back after back. If you wear one bra and you wear it the next day, you're not allowing the elastics to go back to normal shape. So you want to alternate. You want to have multiple bras and you want to alternate them.
If I understand you correctly, so if I wore, let's say, my pink bra today, then would I let it rest for one day and maybe wear it the next day?
You want to try to allow it to rest 1 to 2 days. So that way, again, the elastic can go back to its normal shape. So that way it's not stretched out. You don't break those fibers, because if you've ever used like a hair tie and you keep using it over and over again, you start seeing the bands pop or it gets really, really stretched. And that's what you're doing with that elastic band, with those shoulder straps that are elastic. And those are the things you don't want to do, is break all of those fibers in there, because then it loses its elasticity. It won't come back to shape. It won't fit you as well. And then you get a little upset that you have a bra that doesn't fit you very well.
And I remember somebody, I can't remember if I read about this or if someone told me this, that it's as long as you didn't sweat, it's okay to wear that bra again without it being washed. Is that correct or incorrect?
I do. Personally, I do wear it more than once unless I have really, really sweated. I typically wash my bras once a week, but I have several of them. So they may get one wear out of that week. I have about 5 or 6 due to being a bra company. I test them out. I put them through the test. Now, I do test the wash machine versus hand washing, so that way I can show the difference between the two. And I do have some that are stretched out that don't fit me very well because I've put them in the wash machine instead of hand washing them. I've even had a red bra bleed onto a purple bra. So now I have spots on it. So I have that experience to share with people. You don't want them to touch even if they're slightly damp, because it doesn't matter what you do, the red bra will always bleed. Though the material may not fade, it still bleeds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very true. Yeah. Okay. And so where can people learn more about you?
We have a Instagram that you can look us up on Instagram if you go and do /La Plantureuse LLC. We have Facebook, which is /La Plantureuse. You'll find us. We have a TikTok, which is @La Plantureuse. All of those are good places to go and see more about it. We're actually working on a behind the brand if you want to hear more about my story. And then we have our website, which is laplantureuse.com, that you can go, you can order, you can find those measuring kits, you can contact us. And when you contact us, you contact me directly. So that way you don't have to go searching all over. We have those places, made it readily accessible for you.
Perfect. Amanda, thank you so much for coming on the show. I do appreciate your time. And I know that the little ones are dying to have mom back. I will make sure to include all of your links on my show notes. That way, if people want to find out where they can learn more about you, they can find all that information in the show notes. Again, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Don't you just admire a woman who found a need, and since no other maker could fulfill her need, she took matters into her own hands and started her own company. I absolutely admire Amanda's passion for creating her own bra to help other women just like herself wear comfortable fitting bras designed for full-busted women. Amanda Henson and La Plantureuse information and this episode's transcripts can be found at createthebestme.com/EP016. If this topic resonated with you, please subscribe to stay updated. Join me next week as we'll dive into the topic of grief and loss. This episode is packed with actionable steps so you don't want to miss out. Until next time, keep dreaming big, take care of yourself, and remember, you are beautiful, strong, and capable of creating the best version of yourself. Thank you for watching. Catch you next time. Bye for now.